What's up, everyone? Welcome to the newest episode of Ridiculous 5 with What's Up with Dun 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 question mark.
Yeah.
I'm Seth, this is Austin and Garrett. As usual, in today's Ridiculous 5, we are going to talk about what we each think 5 of the dumbest inventions or ideas or whatever that have ever existed have been. Like wearing a hat on top of your headphones. Probably one of the dumbest things you'll see today. But that's what we do here. So we're going to get started. Garrett's going to kick this one off with his number 5.
My number 5 is the pet rock. Pointless. And I guess now there's like a USB pet rock.
There is a USB pet rock. I almost bought one once.
Why? So what does the USB do? Does it like tell you the emotions of your rock on your computer then?
It does literally nothing. Like the description for it, it's called USB pet rock. And in the description it says it literally does nothing.
Yeah, it's like the pet rock from before, but now you can plug it into something and it still does nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
It was like $7.99.
Biggest waste of $8 ever.
Plus shipping.
So, biggest waste of like $15 ever. It's really hard to keep my hat on.
Yeah.
It's staying pretty good.
My number 5 is kind of a conglomerate of things. That might not be the right word. Good one. Is basically all motion activated toys, like those stupid babies or whatever that you walk by at Walmart and all of a sudden the whole shelf starts crying and whining and going, "Mama, milk," and stuff like that.
Those things can be really scary. Like the one just randomly goes off in the middle of the night.
And especially when it's like, okay, so most of them they make are for like little tiny kids. And so it's like in the middle of the night, like if I'm like going into the room to check on something or put something away, I walk by it and all of a sudden this toy starts making a bunch of noise and it's waking the kids up. It's like, how is this a good idea? Why am I talking with my mouth like this? I don't know why I was doing that. That was pretty stupid.
Hetty said she used to have like one of those like Tickle Me Elmo dolls when she was younger.
Elmo is the worst.
And she said it was in her closet for like 4 years, so the battery should have been dead. She's sleeping, then it just randomly starts giggling and talking in the closet.
Elmo might be one of the worst things that's ever happened to kids' television.
You stop it right now. I will fight you.
That's against everything that Elmo stands for. All right, that's a whole different conversation.
All right, so my number 5 dumbest invention are Necco wafers.
Hey, I like those.
They
I don't know
are
if I've had them.
a candy that they wrap in a very flimsy wax paper. And the kick behind these are that they only include flavors that are gross. Like weird dusty mint or black licorice, or who wants a thin piece of hard candy that's flavored like artificial chocolate. 0 people want that. Figure it out. 1 person wants that. And he's the person that hates Elmo, so he's wrong.
Okay. My number 4 is like those toasters that can like toast an image into your toast. It's like, it's a good idea, but it's dumb that it like burns like the bat symbol in the middle of the toast, but doesn't toast anything else. So you got bread and then a burnt spot in the middle.
We had a Hello Kitty one way back in the day. And in fact, I think that was the toaster that we had in our apartment, Seth, when we had that apartment. It was the Hello Kitty toaster, I'm pretty sure. And that's exactly what it did. It toasted the middle of the bread
like overly. It would like overly toast the
It was
middle.
like black, and then the outside still like soft.
It's soft with like the very outside like with a slight crunch, so it's almost like that bread was left sitting out overnight or something, and it gets that kind of crust.
And then someone branded it in the morning.
So it's like, if it was a good idea, it's a good idea. It's just poorly executed in their design.
Is it a good idea though?
Well, I mean, like it's a cool idea.
If it'll get your kids to eat it, I'd say it's a good idea.
Nah,
it's just it's just their execution was way off.
My number 4 is the Segway. The Segway does nothing except make you move at a walking pace without having to walk. It doesn't. It's not going to help you get anywhere faster unless, I mean, max speed is like a fast walk. And it's like, I think the only use that's really used for them is mall cops and Segway tours, which I don't know if those are still a thing. I think they are. Like,
not for sure.
But like a Segway tour is like, if you want to go see nature but you're too lazy to walk, take a Segway. Like, you're going to go at the same speed as a walk, so you won't miss anything. I don't know. I think the Shriners use them at the parade now, too, instead of their creepy little, like, airplane cars, which are way cooler than a Segway. But, yeah, so the Segway.
My number 4 would be most kinds of vests, okay? And I'm excluding safety vests in this, like safety vests, hunting vests. I understand those because they're for the purpose of being seen.
So you don't die.
You gotta decide if you want to be a jacket or a tank top. You can't be both because they're not even close to the same thing.
They should rename them jank tops.
There you go.
Or they should just stop making them.
So, like, some people say, like, oh, yeah, I'm getting kind of cold. I'm going to put my vest on. It's like, your arms are still fully exposed.
And it's like, my arms are always the first thing that gets cold, so a vest won't do anything for them.
They are quite pointless. I will give you that one.
My number 3 is the selfie spoon. It's a selfie.
The what?
It's a selfie spoon.
There's a selfie spoon?
It's a selfie stick with a spoon attached at the bottom, so you can take selfies of yourself eating like cereal.
But why?
That's kind of amazing.
Let's see if I.
Who wants to see that? It's like, I really want a close up of me going.
How much is it, Garrett?
That's what I'm looking.
We need 3 of them. We're going to take a whole bunch of spelfies. So is it called a spelfie then?
No, I can't spell selfie.
Really waiting because I need to know.
Amazon doesn't have it.
Oh, what is this?
No.
Apparently they were really popular then.
I guess. It's a marketing ploy by Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It is from Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The Cinnamon Toast Crunch selfie spoon is real and free.
It's free?
Free.
Free!
That's what this one ad says.
I need it now.
Selfie spoon. How to get one. I'm going to Google it.
It extends up to 30 inches, so cereal eaters can take photos of themselves while eating cereal.
Just pay shipping and handling.
We're going to do an entire video where we're all going to just be recording eating with a selfie.
While we talk.
We'll do a ridiculous 5 while eating with selfie spoons.
I feel like we actually have to order those now.
It has to be a thing now. I'm sure you can find them on eBay.
Probably.
Yeah.
Amazon just had no idea what I was talking about.
Amazon's like, we're not going to acknowledge that that's a thing. Garrett, I think you used that one too early. I think that was a solid one.
Yeah, there's no exact matches.
My other two are more like one's annoying and one's almost just as pointless.
All right, we better move on.
All right.
I was just so fascinated by that.
Yeah, don't worry, that's going to be a thing. All right. My number 3 is, and I'm definitely going to get some hate for this one, is a Keurig. Because all it does is take coffee, which is already kind of spendy, and make it more expensive by buying a $200 machine to make you 1 cup of coffee at a time. When most people that drink coffee drink more than 1 cup of coffee at a time anyway. And then not only do you have to spend like $200 for this machine, but then it's like going to Starbucks every time because you're spending like $5 on one of those stupid little cup things for like mediocre coffee.
When the old coffee machine, you spend $5 for the big like boxes of coffee grounds.
And most of the time those are even better because most of the coffee that comes in those Keurigs is like, it's like drinking candy with coffee flavoring instead of actual coffee.
You know what I did when we had a Keurig way back in the day? But I bought one of those. It's like a K-cup, like the shape of a K-cup, but you put your own coffee grounds in it.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
So I had just normal coffee with it. Anyway, yeah.
Adulting makes you drink a lot of coffee.
And
I don't like coffee.
I used to.
Then you're not an adult.
I've stopped kind of since
I'll
then.
stick with my hot chocolate. I can be 10.
All right. I'm probably going to get some hate for this too since it's so wildly popular. But my third dumbest invention is TikTok.
Ah, yes. Right when you said everyone loves this. Oh.
I despise it. It's just like hashtag I hate TikTok challenge and then try to do that.
That was glorious.
There, just started the next TikTok challenge.
I am moved by your dance. But, oh, no, it's so dumb.
And all it is like 15-second video that they're just trying to make themselves be funny, but they're not.
Like Vine, back when Vine was a thing, there were some actually funny Vines. If you have TikTok and would like to post your link to the video of your hashtag I hate TikTok challenge, go ahead and do that in the comment section.
We won't watch it, but you can do it. No, we might watch it. Probably not, though. No promises. Although, I will say, I don't know the guy's name, but my brother-in-law did show me one the other day, and it was like this guy who was, he did like a cooking kind of thing, and it was really funny because he would just take the food and he would just like chuck it onto the table, and he never said a word, but he would just grunt everything. He'd be like, and like he never showed himself. And then like to describe whatever the food was, like if it was chicken, he'd just point to me like, or something like that. It's really hard to just like explain, but that one I chuckled pretty hard at that one.
Well, that guy was actually trying though.
But yeah,
that's actually like creative and catches you off guard.
It's TikTok is probably about 5% creative.
My number 2 is pop-up ads. Mainly because they are just really, really annoying and don't need to be there.
Or what?
Pop-up ads?
Pop-up ads. I thought you said pop-up beds. What is it?
It took me a second too to catch it. I thought you said pop-up beds the first time too, and I was like, what's a pop-up bed?
No, pop-up ads.
This is a bed just for my grandpa.
And it's just like, and then it's just creepy how you could be talking about something and then all of a sudden that pop-up ad is on your Facebook.
The internet is a scary place, and pop-up ads prove that. a month ago, if I looked at like a certain baseball bat, I can open my phone right now and go onto Facebook, and all of a sudden there'll be an ad for that bat, and it's like, but I looked on my computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like,
it just seems like even if you just think about it nowadays, it just
like
pops up. It's like, what is going on?
And it's just like little things where it's like, Heidi will ask me, are you buying a new softball bat next year? Just one question, and all of a sudden softball bats are in my Facebook feed.
That's why it's really funny to me, like Apple right now, with their like one of their biggest ads they have is privacy and all this kind of stuff. It's like anything that has the internet, there's no such thing as privacy. No. And that's just something you just have, if you want to have the internet, you just have to get over.
Correct.
So yes, I do agree. Is that your number one? Are we at number one?
That was my number two.
Oh yeah, we're number two. All right, my bad. My number two is shutter shades. I don't know how anyone ever thought these were a good idea, because literally all it is, if you have not seen them yet, look them up. They're kind of probably more of a 90s kid thing, 80s, 90s kid thing. But it's just glasses, and then instead of like, for sunglasses, instead of like having a darkened lens, they just took plastic bars and lined them in front of your eyes like this. But they left just enough of a gap so that everything you saw is really blurry.
Kayla used to have a pair and wear them all the time.
Oh,
it was especially great when the sun would shine, right through the middle of the bars.
Yeah, and it's working well, because if you look at someone who's wearing them, you see the shadows behind their eyes. So it's blocking all the sun. Oh, man.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And they used to be everywhere, like parades, they were throwing them out, like every carnival, like all that, they were everywhere. Yeah. I don't know if they're still a thing as much anymore.
No, I think Kayla probably still has a pair. She used to have a pair.
Probably.
So my number two is the fushigi.
The fushigi.
The fushigi. Basically, it's a ball, pretty good sized ball, and it's clear like glass on the outside, and it's got a little silver ball in the middle, and you can make it look like the silver ball is hovering by maneuvering it with your fingers. It's stupid. It's literally just like a 2-pound ball for $20
with another ball inside of it.
Yeah,
it was one of those things that could nail all the kids watching like Nickelodeon, because it would be like those, but call in now and you get like 3 or something. Like, it was one of those kind of ads. Oh man, they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't remember those.
Oh man, they were dumb.
They lured you in. Like, the only reason I got one, I didn't order it from TV. I went to Target one day and saw them in the As Seen on TV section. So I bought one way back in the day, and yeah, it was definitely a lot dumber than I thought it would be. So,
and they would try to lure you in with getting someone like Angel Hernandez, not Angel Hernandez.
You get Angel Hernandez out there. It's Angel. That's the one you're looking for.
That is the one I'm looking for. Oh man, sorry. He pitched a game yesterday and it was terrible.
He pitched the game.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
I haven't slept this week. He reffed a. Oh my gosh.
He just punched himself in the face.
Done talking.
He umped the game?
He umped a game yesterday and it was terrible. And so he's fresh on my mind. Anyway. Oh my gosh. We need to move on.
What do you think if they took live batting practice against each other? Do you think Joe West would strike out Angel Hernandez more, or would Angel Hernandez strike out Joe West more?
Oh, Angel Hernandez would definitely strike out Joe West more.
Cool. Angel Hernandez.
Shut up.
All right. My number one is the wine glass holder necklace. You can get a necklace that you can hold a wine glass so you can have your wine and be hands-free. So you can be drinking wine at a party and not have to hold it.
Well, if it's hands-free, so like hands-free, can I be like tip it down it and do that? Or do I have to still lift it from there?
Maybe you still have to lift it with your hands.
Because if I still have to lift it, then that's...
Maybe it's like one of those games where you have to try to flip the ball into the cup, except and you have to try to get the wine in your mouth.
But the more pointless thing is on Walmart, it is $10 for it.
Everyone's shirts by the end of the party are all like this color. And they're like, oh, my shirt was white when I got here.
Yeah, but it's advertised as you won't spill and you don't have to hold onto your glass. But
I bet I could find a way to spill it.
So good, Angel Hernandez. Oh, man. All right. My number one is actually Garrett's number 5 is the Pet Rock. Specifically, the USB Pet Rock. Because the Pet Rock alone was already one of the biggest scams of all time. And then they put a USB port in it. How they made money off of that? How did they get people to buy that?
Well, but they got people to buy the Ghost in a Box.
Whoever the marketing people were that worked for these companies that suckered people into buying these things, like people like Apple and Google need to be looking for them because they will buy any kind of their crap apparently.
Back when it was just a pet rock, like, here, let me go grab a rock. Here's a pet rock, $50. Order it up.
$7.99.
Yeah, Garrett, don't exaggerate.
I would pay $8.
I would pay $8 for a rock, but I'm not paying $50. That's too much.
I'm sure people would though.
You could say the gene code in this rock is really good.
This is an award-winning pet rock.
The USB pet rock was almost always sold out. It was like never in stock.
Seriously, brilliant marketing. Brilliant marketing.
How you can still get them?
Probably not new, because I would hope by now we're not that dumb.
Well, no.
Well, it is 2020.
ThinkGeek got bought out by GameStop, and now it's like not a thing. But they have them on secondhand websites like the actual, I guess, USB Pet Rock, but now they're more like $25 to $30.
Yeah, I was close. I was just a little higher, and I'm sure people are still ordering them.
I'm just scrolling through the.
He got really excited.
I'm scrolling through the USB Pet Rock thing on Amazon, and one of the things that came up is a yodeling pickle.
What? You need it. You need it right now.
Yodeling pickle.
It's $11.94.
You need it right now.
How many of them are in stock? I could order 30 of them.
Buy all 30.
My number one is, I guess, not necessarily an invention, but rather a large collaboration with lots of people and lots of money. Lots of writers paid a lot of money. Lots of actors paid a lot of money. And it's probably the I'll just say it. It's Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. The first one was phenomenal. I loved it. I could watch that for 24 hours straight. In fact, if there was a day of the year where they had
Mall Cop Day,
they had the first Paul Blart Mall Cop play 24 hours a day, totally would.
Oh my gosh.
Mall Cop 2 is like someone took a roll of film, just took a big old crap on it and threw it up on the screen.
And then they have Seth's number 5 in there with the Segway. Or is that your number 4?
Oh my gosh. Oh man. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting maybe like Game of Thrones or Walking Dead or something like that when you were talking. Oh man, that caught me off guard.
Mall Cop 2.
But I 100% agree. The first one is flawless. Find a flaw in it. I dare you. There's not one. It's perfection.
They tried too hard to replicate it with the second one.
Well, they just were like, we're going to add this random joke here that makes no sense in the context of the movie. And the story made no sense. Like it just...
Like the random part where he's getting attacked by a goose. It's like, why is there a goose in Vegas?
Yeah, I just... it was painful to watch. Like, yeah, there were a couple of times where I like chuckled a little bit. It felt so forced watching it.
And the first one, you're experiencing every emotion and emotions you didn't even know you had. Okay, that might be a little too deep, but...
So, like I said, not really an quote-unquote invention, but it's a product that was created by a group of people.
But you are 100% correct, though.
Yes.
And if anyone argues you on that one...
If you enjoyed Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, then you can join the 5% of critics on Rotten Tomatoes that don't know what they're talking about.
So what's the difference in rating between the two on Rotten Tomatoes?
Audience score is 33, which is way higher than it should be.
Oh, that's about 33% higher than it should be.
Yeah.
You want to hear something really sad?
What?
On IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, Paul Blart Mall Cop, we're going to start with Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, has a 4.4 out of 10 rating by the audience. 33,541 votes. Paul Blart Mall Cop, the first one, out of 101,267 votes by the audience, has, out of 10 stars, a 5.2.
So it's only one better by that. That's way wrong. I don't know what Rotten Tomatoes is. They should be a lot better.
So here's Rotten Tomatoes for Mall Cop 1. The critic score went up by quite a bit. That one's 34%.
That went way up.
Which is still too low. And then the audience score is only a 43% for Mall Cop 1. That's disappointing. People need to figure out what a good movie is.
They do. I gotta get off IMDb. It's gonna make me mad. Daddy Daycare has a 5.6 out of 10.
Daddy Daycare or Daddy Day Camp or whatever.
Daddy Daycare.
The good one? That's wrong.
And we wonder what's wrong with America. Should we wrap this one up and then do like a separate, like, quick little, like, movie babble?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. We're really good at this part.
That's it for this ridiculous 5 video. See you later.
Ow!